Hi, welcome back, folks. We're going to show you some self-care that you can do at home to help open up your energy channels. And Mea is going to proceed to show us how to do this.
Yeah, thanks. So you can just lie down on the table and relax.
Okay.
And I'm going to show a flow that is really good for daily maintenance for people. And the audience can go along with me if they want to. You can just follow along. But first of all, I'd like to listen to his pulses, just like I do with a regular client on my table, so I can get a sense for how much this is going to be a benefit to him. Okay. Yeah. And I can see it's going to be a great help to him, although he's in pretty good shape already. Doesn't need a lot, but there's never too much of a good thing, right? So, and then I weigh underneath the body just to see what areas are, more in need of help or balancing. And in his case, he's got a little bit of extra. Yeah, it's tough getting under him here. It's where his area is right now. So by moving the energy down the front of the body and up the back, we will clear this. And by the end of the session, he's going to feel a big difference, I think. So we'll start out by putting the right hand on the top of the head for you at home. And the left hand is going to go right on the forehead, middle of the forehead. This is essentially helping the pineal and the pituitary gland. And what you're doing when your hands are there is you're actually noticing what you're feeling in the tips of your fingers. And initially, you might not feel that much, but after a while, you'll start to feel, it could be tingling, it could be heat, or you might feel some pulsations starting. And what I'm waiting for usually is to get the pulses harmonized. They're matching in both areas, and they synchronize nicely. And quite often that can take some time, but it depends on the person and how cleared their energy system is. This is the main central vertical harmonizing source of the body. And it's helping the exhale down the front. And when you're helping the pineal and the pituitary gland at the same time, you're also really helping the brain settle. You're helping release any tension that you might have built up in the mind and brain centers. And you're also helping the major glands of the body, because the pituitary is the master gland. So then the next spot we go to is the tip of the nose with the left hand. The right hand stays on the top of the head for the entire session, except for the very last step. So and we're going to be going through 7 different areas. This one, at the tip of the nose, will be releasing the body's pelvic region, the pelvic girdle. And so this is going to be a big help to Cameron today. And you're waiting again to get some pulses that are synchronizing. And the other thing this is helping as well is the reproductive system. It helps the superficial energy level of the body as well. Okay, I'm getting some there now. And so the third spot is, hope that doesn't bother your mic. But anyway, the third spot is right here at the thyroid and parathyroid point, which is where the collarbone meets in the middle at the notch. And this one is especially good for anything to do with the metabolism. And it's also going to be helping adaptation, people adapting to life, to things that are happening now in your life. It's very good for prevention of certain things like diabetes and any conditions that relate to thyroid function, calcium absorption in the body. And that's coming in pretty nicely now. So then moving down, we're going to the third rib down on the sternum. And here you're helping the thymus. You're helping your immune system as well as your breathing. And by deepening the breath and helping the exhale, we make room for all the fresh oxygenated air to come into the body. So it's a wonderful thing to do. And usually by this time, if you haven't managed to get to a deep place of relaxation, you're getting there now. And then moving from there, we go down to the bottom of the sternum area where the rib cage meets in the middle, to the xiphoid process. And we're just helping the adrenal glands here. Adrenal gland, we're helping the spleen energy of the body as well. And that is also helping the nervous system and the digestion. So you can see how, with the help that you're getting with the endocrine system here, that you're really supporting yourself well in your day. If you can get this one done in the morning before you start your day, it's really great. Or you can do it at night. Sometimes people do it at night, and it helps them fall asleep if they've had if they're tense.
So Mea, does this need to be done only laying down, or can it be done sitting up as well?
It can be done sitting up, but you'd want to prop your arms up, because if the listeners at home have been doing this, they'll probably find their right arm is getting a little tired now because it's up here.
Oh, right, of course.
But if you prop your arms up, and even in bed, sometimes you might want to do that. Just put a pillow under your right arm and just maybe a little one on the other side, and just, give your arms a rest that way. But because sometimes you end up staying a little longer. Now we're moving down to a spot that's 1 inch above the umbilicus, 1 inch above the navel. And this helps the, intestines, of course, but it's also really good for the abdominal muscle tone. And then the last one on the front of the body, and this has all been helping the descending energy or the exhaling, is the tip of the pubic bone. And this helps the spinal column, and it also completes the descending energy of the front of the body. We're getting some really nice pulses here now. So I'm feeling great about that. I think Cameron's probably
feel
feeling
the relaxation aspect of it.
Yeah. And then for the last step, you take your right hand off the top of the head and you put it on your tailbone. So basically you're sandwiching the front and the back of the pelvic region. And so I'm going to go under here. No, I think good, thanks. A little bit of help. And then I'm holding the tip of the pubic bone here. And for this last step, you're helping the legs, the feet. If you get cold feet or clammy feet, this is really good for that. Anything to do with the legs is being helped with this. And so that's about it. Well, what do you think?
Excellent. I can definitely feel energy moving through my body more now than I did before.
Yeah, and when you put the last step, it actually helps the energy ascend. Okay. And then it starts that cycle again, down the front and up the back.
So could you, for the viewers, just go through those points again one more time, just for the camera?
Sure. Your right hand's on the top of your head, left hand here, then the tip of the nose, then the V of the neck, third rib down, base of the sternum, 1 inch above the umbilicus, and then the tip of the pubic bone, and you bring your hand around and sandwich.
Perfect.
Okay?
So this is something that you do regularly?
I do this every day.
Every day?
Yeah.
And you do this in the office in treatments? Is this a standard part of the treatment?
This is one that's for the self-help. There's a practitioner version of it that's done differently.
Okay.
But it's harder to show because the hands are underneath the body a lot.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And also I'm sitting on the other side. So,
Sure. Okay.
so this was I thought this would be a good one because people would be able to do it at home, and it also has the benefit of moving that energy too.
Sure. So when you're doing this in the office, then you would actually do a more thorough.
Yes, I would do a longer version of it.
Okay.
And it would be from a lot of the points I'm holding would be under the body.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the spine really gets a workout.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And most of our spines need to be a little bit loosened.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
it.
Okay, folks. Hopefully that gives you some ideas on what you can do at home to look after your energy flow. And you were saying, Mea, this is done something every day.
Yeah, I do this every day.
You do this every day.
Yeah, yeah.
To balance out.
Yeah, and it's when I do it, I just feel so much more centered in my day.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Excellent. We all need to start off our day centered.
yeah,
ideally.
and things don't ruffle me as easily as they, it's just a general feeling of well-being.
Now, is there any breathing that is done during this? Or is there deep abdominal breathing, or is
The
it just
breathing is just as natural, just natural breathing, but the breathing naturally deepens because as we're going down and through these different areas, the lungs, are opened up.
Sure.
The chest is opened up, and you breathe more deeply.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Well, thank you very much.
Okay.
This has been a pleasure to have you on the show.
Thanks.
I hope, folks, this gives you some ideas on ways to proceed with your own health care, whether it's at home or whether it's seeing someone like Mea, practitioner. So thank you very much for watching Choices. This is our last show that we'll be doing on Choices. So thank you once again to all the audience who have watched us over the last 2 years. It was our hope at the beginning, and I think we've actually accomplished, the crew and I, of bringing you choices for your health care and a way to make more informed choices on how to look after yourself. So on behalf of the crew and myself, thank you for watching. It's been a real pleasure, and stay healthy. All right, thanks and goodbye.